All right, everybody. Welcome into Crash Clock. I'm on the clock. I'm Marvin Wingfield, here to talk about Nashville Super Speedway. It's Nashville Super Speedway. Um, I thought it was Nashville Speedway because I didn't know how big it was. I thought it was a short track, and of course, apparently, it raced like a short track, according to Jeb Burton, who tweeted, "This track raced like a short track," and somebody disagreed with him on Twitter, and he literally said, "I literally raced there last night." So, anyways, we had Kyle Larson dominating again. He led 264 out of 300 laps, which is absolute domination. And watching the race at the beginning with the Eric Almirola starting on the pole, which he needed, I did not expect Larson to just be as dominant as he was. But it seemed like if he could survive the race, and we'll get into that, he could win it. And the racing was great, like I said. It was a slick track, fun racing, 750 horsepower, and low downforce produces, great racing. And we've been saying it. The NASCAR community has been saying, why don't we have just 750 horsepower and not just 550? And to counter that, NASCAR knocked down, I don't know, some like 10 miles an hour or something at Daytona and Talladega. I'll get more on that later. But, it doesn't make sense to me. Anyways, we'll move on, or we'll talk about Nashville. William Byron finished third. I should not have missed this. Ross Chastain finished second, which he needed, and he looked good. Had the race gone on, no, I don't think anyone was beating Larson, but he needed the second place finish, and Kurt Busch finished up there too. Kurt Busch top 10, top 6, 7, 8. Actually, I think he ran out of gas, but he had to pit. I think he ended up with like 13th, but Kyle Busch was upset about the officiating because coming to green, I listened to Door Bumper Clear with 31 Media, and TJ Majors, spotter for the 22 of Joey Logano, was confused as everyone else was. He was on the spotter stand, and he looked at the flag man who had his flag out, and no one knew if we were going to green or what to do. So it made 6, 7, 8 cars go below the choose cone, and it allowed Chase Elliott to scoot up to restart second. So it kind of shook things up. I don't know where the miscommunication was, whether it was the flagman or the guy, the actual guy calling the shots. I don't know, but it messed up the end of the race at least. But during the race, Bubba Wallace was very outspoken about the debris of rotors. Brake rotors were literally melting and blowing tires and cutting tires. And I think Bubba Wallace had 2 spins because of cut tires, just brake rotors all over the front stretch. And they asked NASCAR has some spotters in the corners of the track to, hey, do you see something? No, I don't. Okay, we're good. They asked the flag man. He didn't see anything on the front stretch. It was a weird race. It was funny because it's Nashville and it's the first time we've gone there in the Cup Series 30 some odd years, and the Xfinity Series hadn't been there since 2011. So it was a fun race. The race started 10 minutes late because people couldn't get into the track. And this was one of those races. I don't know how many tracks are doing this, but you couldn't bring in a cooler with water, beverages, food, whatever you wanted. Usually, I've been in NASCAR races, and you could bring your cooler in with whatever you want. My dad and I went to Texas Motor Speedway 2 years ago, and we were able to take a cooler in with as many waters as we wanted, beverages, and done with them. So one of us, me, could go out to the truck, refill the cooler, and come right back in. And we did that like 4 or 5 times because it was hot and it was water. But that was a joke. And but it was a fun race. It was weird. Like I said, they started 10 minutes late. Luke Combs said, drivers start your engines, which was cool. I'm a big Luke Combs fan. I like Luke Combs. I couldn't name an album, but I like him. He prefers the same water flavor that I do. And but it was a fun race. I enjoyed it. Obviously, Kyle Larson. I'm wearing my Kyle Larson shirt, and I would have a Kyle Larson hat, but haven't purchased one yet. I'm waiting for nothing specifically, just waiting. But Kyle Larson continues to be the best car. He's the best driver He's the best driver, and he's in the best car, and that is what is so fun for me to watch. I continue to choose who I think is going to win this coming weekend, and I continue to choose not Kyle Larson because it's worked in the past, and so I'm going to continue to choose not Kyle Larson because it's worked in the past. The year I'm a big Broncos fan. They won the Super Bowl, and every week I said they're not going to win. They're not going to win. They're not going to win. They're not going to beat. I don't know. The Patriots was the AFC Championship. They continue to win. Anyways, so Pocono this weekend. We got a doubleheader. Saturday's a race in the Cup Series. Sunday's a race in the Cup Series. The top 20 will be inverted after the first race or before the second race. I have no idea who to choose. Fast cars, you can call a Chevrolet. My pick would probably be Chase Elliott or Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin hasn't done much this year. He hasn't won yet, but he's due. He's very, very due. So, we'll see. Pocono's a fun race. It's fun. It's fast. It's a tricky triangle. There's 3 different turns. I'm up against the clock now, so I think I've been disqualified from the race. But, watch on Saturday, Sunday. I think the trucks and the Xfinity are there. I might be wrong about that, but tune in next week, and we'll recap Pocono, and we'll move on to, I don't know where's next after that, but you'll have a good one. Thanks.